free multiple times, including in an Instagram update for fans last July. And during his speech for the Critics' Choice Association's Vanguard Award in December, he disclosed how close he felt to death.
When it's almost over, when you see the tunnel, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel, too. I don't know where I was going. So am I going to the right place?
I'm Kevin Tall.
It's one of the most iconic franchises in all of sports. If you have the money, you can now own a piece of that history, as the Boston Celtics are up for sale shortly after winning their 18th championship. Correspondent Gethin Coolbaugh has the story.
The ownership group that controls the reigning NBA champion Boston Celtics says that it intends to sell all its shares of the team. In a statement, Boston Basketball Partners LLC said it intends to sell the majority interest of the team in 2024 or early 2025.
Here, Phillips with ABC News. Does your church protect sexual predators?
Last month to capture the franchise's league
William
record
Melendez is
18th
charged with
championship.
capital murder now in the shooting death of
Family
Noel
leads the
Lopez,
ownership
who
group
was
is
shot back on
expected to
June
remain the
9th on
team's
Eastern
NBA
Boulevard.
until the sale
Another
is
person is
completed in
already in custody,
2028.
charges of killing as
Gethin
well.
Coolbaugh,
Both
Boston.
men being held without bond.
That's our show for today, Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. America in the Morning is produced by Jeff McKay. Our senior producer, Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Wilson here. We play 60 United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you just going to do that every time? Yes, of course. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smartphone. KLWIAM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin at the White House, where President Biden is denouncing the Supreme Court's landmark ruling on presidential immunity.
It's a dangerous precedent, because the power of the office will no longer be constrained by the law, even including the Supreme Court of the United States. The only limits will be self-imposed by the president alone.
The decision means official acts of a sitting president are immune from criminal prosecution. Legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says it will impact former President Donald Trump's election interference case.
It is going to get kicked back down to the district court. That's Judge Tanya Chutkan. Judge Chutkan is going to have a hearing on every act that is in this indictment.
Mr. Trump's attorneys are also asking that the guilty verdict at his criminal hush money trial be thrown out. CBS's Graham Cates.
The motion hasn't been made public yet, but they're saying that Monday's Supreme Court decision regarding presidential immunity in some way means that his conviction in his New York State criminal case should be overturned.
Parts of the Caribbean are getting flattened by a powerful Category 5 Hurricane Beryl and its 165-mile-an-hour winds. Correspondent Tom Hansen is in Jamaica.
Barbados saw widespread coastal flooding. Storm surge that was predicted to reach 6 to 9 feet swamped the island while inundating streets with a mix of sand, mud, debris, and water.
The damage is right now, I'm real heartbroken because this is a lot of work.
Now it's Jamaica on high alert. Hurricane-force impacts are expected here Wednesday.
A day after Israel ordered the evacuation of Khan Yunis, Palestinian health officials say 9 people have been killed in an Israeli strike on the southern Gaza city. It hit a home near the European hospital, which is inside the evacuation zone. A heat wave is expected to bring 100+ degree temperatures to parts of California beginning today. The good news, crews say they've turned a corner fighting the state's largest wildfire in the Sierra National Forest. Leah Curran lives in Marin County. He plans to go easy on 4th of July celebrations.
We never do fireworks here at the light-off times, just because we've had fires over the last few years.
A wildfire near the entrance has forced the closure of Denali National Park in Alaska. Beth Ibsen with the state's fire service apologizing to vacationers.
I wish this wasn't impacting their trip, but, we're in the interest of keeping things safe.
S&P futures down 26. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Whatever happened to Tony Horton, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of H&B plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to help build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smoothie and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination. Reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High-impact protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code Horton to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text Horton to 511-511. Text Horton to 511-511 today. All individuals are unique. Results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Text may apply.
The NHL has lifted its employment ban on some former executives.
Chicago Blackhawks executives Stan Bowman, Al McIsaac, and Joel Quenneville are again allowed to search for jobs around the league and can sign contracts starting July 10. They were banned from the league in October 2021 for their roles in the Blackhawks' mishandling of a video coach sexually assaulting a player. The NHL in a statement said Bowman, McIsaac, and Quenneville have shown remorse for what happened and gained greater awareness for the responsibilities needed in such situations. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
New Harvard study finds some antidepressant drugs make you gain more weight than others. A study of more than 183,000 patients found that at 6 months, Lexapro, Paxil, and Cymbalta users were 10 to 15% more likely to pack it on, at least 5% of their starting weight than people on Zoloft, the most popular antidepressant in the U.S. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's that time of the year, isn't it? Time to beat the heat and keep those pesky insects out of your outdoor living space. Just Blinds and Travel, with over 35 years of experience, is ready to set it away. Keep the heat out, the bugs too, and cool your outdoor space by up to 10 degrees. Whether it's screen shades for your boat dock, sunshade for your outdoor kitchen, Just Blinds literally has you covered. All designed and installed to your satisfaction, and everything can be easily motorized for super convenience. Visit gojustblinds.com to get started.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the length and I felt immediately better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best done with Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E.
I have people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. NewsRadio1440.com. At home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. Right now, make your garden pop for summer with savings on Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last.
Mild start to our Tuesday will give way to another warm afternoon. Temperatures topping out in the low 90s today. There will be some sun and clouds, a few showers. Maybe a thunderstorm will be possible later on this afternoon. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s. Get ready for more heat for the rest of the holiday week. Temperatures topping out in the 90s each day. Also features a chance for a shower or thunderstorm, all thanks to the heat and humidity. Lows will remain in the 70s. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with good news. No major problems with accidents. Nothing being reported by the authorities. I would send you on an alternate route.
Stating on page 5 that
we'll
between
keep you
2016 and
Thompson Tractor can rebuild hydraulic hoses for all makes and
all
models.
Phoenix
They can even do it in
arrests
30 minutes or
were
less.
people
Visit Thompson
experiencing
Tractor or their
homelessness.
website,
But later on page
thompsontractor.com,
43,
for more
the
details.
report states that
Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery
37%
Skywatch
figure
traffic
only
issues,
apply
major
to
delays.
Good morning, I'm
misdemeanor
Jasmine Williams
arrests
with
and
WSFA 12
citations.
News. Here's what's
The
happening this
report points out that
Tuesday.
it is
A
not
Hispanic
a
grocery
crime
store
to
in
sit or
Montgomery that
sleep
made
on a public
headlines last
sidewalk.
month is the
As an
scene of a
example
triple
of
murder
police
hit
harassment,
again
the
by
report offers an
criminals. The
example
end of
of
Los
police
Hermanos on
waking
Floyd
up and
Highway was
arresting a man
burglarized
for
twice over
sleeping
the
in a
weekend.
closed
One of the
city
items
park.
stolen,
But
money
in
from a
Phoenix, it
donation
is a
box
crime to
in
trespass
support
in a
of the murder
closed park.
victims.
The report
Murders
states,
are
we asked
still
the commander in
unsolved.
charge whether
Leaders are
Phoenix
working on a
PD
plan
had
to build a
reconsidered
second
the
high school
practice
in
of
Auburn.
waking
Auburn
people
City
up.
Schools built a
He
brand
told
new high
us,
school
we're
back in
still going to wake
2017,
people
but
up
with
to
tremendous
arrest
growth
them.
in the area,
But here's what
leaders
that
say a
commander
second high school
actually
is needed.
said,
The
according
school
to a
is located on
transcript
North
of that
Boundary
interview
Drive
that
across
we
from the Auburn
obtained.
University
If an
Club.
individual is
Huntington
trespassing,
College's newest
there
president
are
is officially on
times,
the job. Dr.
we're going to
Anthony Lee
wake
was
people up
unanimously
if they're
selected to serve as the college's
trespassing.
15th
Do these
president.
details
He recently
matter?
served as the
They
dean of
do
students
matter.
working
Steve
with the students for
Cervalik
the
is an
last
attorney who
15
represents
years.
police officers
I'm
across
Jasmine
the
Williams
state.
with your
He says
morning
these
headlines.
seemingly little
For
mistakes
65
are
years,
mistakes.
Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner, and now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see, set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking. It only increases the risk your child will be aggressive. For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Hello. Okay, you gotta hold on. It's gonna be about 10 minutes or so. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it's once again, one more day that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. It is a great day to be alive. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is July the 2nd, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled A National Camp Out. Our scripture insight today comes from Leviticus 23:33 through 43. We would start it off with 23 and 40. It says, Rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is July the 2nd, 2024. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day, believe it or not, that will never, ever be again. It is a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's over, you don't get a do over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've been around a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the charity, and the love of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. But whatever you do, make sure that tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful, because you're never going to be a failure until you quit. You'll lose a thing or two, but you're never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never give up, because quitters never win. And winners may lose a thing or two, but they never quit. So don't you. And again, no matter what happens on this day, July the 2nd, 2024, it is still, like all the other days, it is still a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. A national campout. That's our daily event for this day, July the 2nd, 2024. We shall return uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco momento. Okay? That's for my Spanish-speaking friends out there. We'll be back. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. I don't really know what Space Force does, but okay, we'll give them some props this morning. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Good morning to our local heroes, the Montgomery Police Department, the Montgomery Fire Department, the Montgomery Sheriff Department, and all the other heroes. Oh, don't forget sanitation department. Got to take care of those guys. Also, good morning to the maintenance department. Mr. Mayor, can we get rid of those chain gang trucks, please? Can we put our guys in something that don't look like they're headed to the chain gang? I'm just saying, it kind of, and there needs some air back there too. I keep looking at one time they go down the street and think somebody's going to jump out. Anyway, but work on that since you are concerned with how things look. I'm just saying that don't look good at all. I'm just telling you that. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 7:22 in the morning, so if you got to be there by 8 o'clock, you got some time to get there. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you might as well stay here and listen to me. I got a lot of things to talk about that. A lot of things. Okay, maybe not, but some things. But we're certainly going to talk about some national things today because, well, it affects all of us. And I got some observations I got to tell you about. my son's headed down into the Air Force thing. Yeah, he said he wants to go into service. Okay. I asked him if he wanted to be a policeman. He said, nah, not right now. I said, okay. Well, you ain't old enough to do it right now anyway, though. So I'm just asking the question. All right, come on now. Time to rise and shine. Time to get up and be thankful that you live in this country. I know I had some conversation with people yesterday about America and about where we are. Some days I don't know where we are. Thank God we got the Marines to save us. Oh, wait a minute. That's okay. Oh, okay. The Army saves us. The Marines just kind of like cleans up for us. I appreciate you. I'm thinking, I know this is not very important today, but I see all these sororities and fraternity people have all these hand gestures and all of that stuff. You can't go on Facebook without somebody waving their hand, putting the AKAs got their little symbol, kind of like this. The other guys got this like this. Everybody's got all these signals. Okay, so I'm coming up with a military fraternity signal. So well, I can't come up with it. We need to have our own too. I mean, they think because they went to college for a couple of minutes and got a degraded sense of education that hand signal means something. Okay. Well, if it wasn't for the folks out there in the service protecting your right to do it, so we got to come up with a veteran signal. Okay, we got to come up with one. So somebody make sure you come up with one and let me know what it is because I'm not very good at those kind of things. So I'm just saying we need a military, doesn't make anything to what branch service you're in. We need a military hand signal so everybody knows that we were in the service, like these fraternities did. And I think we contribute a hell of a lot more to the nation than fraternities do. I'm just saying. So whoever can come up with it, let me know. 824, somebody's on the phone with. I gotta get this guy off the phone because he's been waiting forever. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. What was it? I gotta look that up. I don't remember that one. Oh, okay, I didn't know that one. Okay. Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that verse. Mm. All right. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Gotta go let my guests in right now. So you guys, okay. Well, hold on. Wait, let me see. Hang loose for a minute. I gotta go in there and let my guests in for the moment. So hang loose. I'll be right back here. So no, I'm not gonna go to a break yet. Well, actually, I can't even go to a break right now. I know y'all have been breaking all morning. I'll be back after this with my guest.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Over here. Over there. Oh, make that, I guess. Great day to be on top of the ground. You're right, bro. You're right. That's like putting friend. It was no.
playing field for military veterans. You got 18 million people you have a conversation with in this country.
Well, first of all, tell them what you do.
I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm a nurse practitioner. Brother Don, I have a master's degree. Brother Don, I passed the national certifying exam. Brother Don, I have all my CEUs as well. Brother Don, and so yeah.
And the difference between a nurse practitioner and a regular doctor is what? Because I don't really know.
Okay, so let's just break it to the facts.
Yeah, make it simple.
They went to the school for 10 years.
Okay.
I went to school for 6 years.
Okay.
They have a medical degree.
Mm-hmm.
I have a master's degree in science of nursing. I have to practice under collaborating physician.
Okay.
I'm allowed to prescribe medications. I'm allowed to, in certain instances, if I was trained by a surgeon, I could help during surgery. I think it's called the first. I don't do OR, but
right.
I know there are PAs and nurse practitioners that help in the OR. During COVID, I ran an ICU at night by myself. I was the medical person running the ICU at night during COVID for a year and a half in Florida. So, but the difference is a doctor went to school about 6 years. My total schooling is about 6 years. A doctor goes to school for about 10, depending on their specialty, 10 to 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they have way more in-depth knowledge as far as some of the nuts and bolts of the human anatomy, but in the primary, like in the outpatient world, in the clinical settings, it's just depending on the skill level and what you're allowed to do in the straight practice. But so there is some education difference between a nurse practitioner and a medical doctor. There is a difference in the education.
Right. But you don't. You have the same basic
authority. Yeah.
And you do work under a physician.
Collaborate,
whatever that means.
Yeah, and basically it means on paper, if I were to, basically in the state of Alabama, it's required that for a nurse practitioner to practice, they have to have a collaborating physician. Whether you're in a hospital, you're in a nursing home, you're doing telehealth, you're doing anything in Alabama, the board of nursing has to have on file a doctor that you collaborate with, which means if you don't know something, you can pick up the phone and say, hey, what do you think, doc? That's kind of what that means. But for the most part, I'm pretty much autonomous in my role as a nurse practitioner. But like I said, based on the rules, if I have an issue, I can call my collaborating physician on the phone 24/7 and say, hey, doc, what you think?
Okay. But what you do now, you run Veterans Wellness.
Yes.
Which is on Monticello Drive.
I'm a member of the staff. Yeah.
Okay.
The owner.
Okay. And it's about, but you don't just deal with veterans. You deal with anybody.
I help everybody.
Okay.
I help everybody.
The unique thing about what you do is though you don't really you try to relieve people's pain without the dependency
of pharmaceutical products.
I
refuse.
Okay.
I will never order. My first option will never be a pill.
Okay.
It will never be a needle. It won't be my first option. And I won't do anything invasive ever again. I won't do that. As a pain management provider, I will never put a needle in anyone's joint. Even though I have the authority and skill set to do so. I have the knowledge, I've had the training, but I will never do that again.
But what if there's no other?
That's in most cases, the needle is not the answer.
Okay.
We're talking about chronic joint pain.
Okay.
That needle they put in you doesn't fix the problem. Let's be honest about that. I personally can say from personal experience, I've had a needle in my joint prior to the knowledge I have now. I had it done multiple times, and my knee still had chronic pain. With that, when they put a needle into your joint, it's not meant to fix the problem. We all agree to that, because it's more, in most cases it's a steroid. It's meant to mask the pain so you don't feel it, so you can continue going about your life. But eventually, the pain is going to come back in most cases. Not all cases. Sometimes people get one shot and they're good for years. It happens. But for me, that won't be one of my interventions when it comes to pain.
And not only though do you work with veterans and a couple of elderly folks, you work with athletes.
Yes, I work with athletes. That's one of my other callings as well. It's just the technology we use to treat the military veterans for chronic joint pain. It helps athletes with their injuries and also performance. that business it's change. It's all about change. Just really quick little message. So just with the athletes, I have a young man that I'm working with right now that has a rod in his leg, and he shouldn't have it. Yeah, he has he has a rod in his leg that he should not have because he didn't have access to what I provide, and that's a crime. This young man is 16, 17 years old, and his life is now changed because he has a piece of metal going down his shin into his ankle because he didn't have access to the best possible health care to help that injury he had. It can start off as shin splints, Kevin. Mm-hmm. And I've treated shin splints and stress fractures without a pill or a shot successfully. And this young man has a rod in his leg now because of lack of knowledge and lack of access to the best possible care.
Okay, our numbers are 860-1440. If you want to give us a call, David Graham, nurse practitioner, the people's doctors, what we call them, at Veterans Wellness. Good morning, who's this? Morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you? How are you? Yes, sir. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. So, you're right, sir. The medication they inject in those is usually a steroid, and everyone can Google this. It's a steroid, and what it does, the steroids they break down bone and ligament. It says it on you look it up on the medication side effects. It causes bone demineralization is the term, which means break down the bone. And yes, we can help. I actually have patients that have that same problem you're discussing, and we prevented the surgery. We've pretty much given that area. Came in with like a grapefruit-sized knot on the back of his neck, and he was going to get the surgery. He said I was his last hope, and to this day, that knot has gotten smaller, and he's not getting the surgery. And he comes in, and his quality of life has drastically improved. So yes, sir, come check us out, man. We're on Monticello Drive, 5911 Monticello Drive here in Montgomery, Alabama, right down the street from the Sam's Club on the Bullet. Please come check us out.
Appreciate it. It is 7:43 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this?
I'm well, sir, and yourself.
Can't walk, hearing, okay? But he wouldn't listen. Another person, she won't come to you, and I told her and another person, because I like what I heard you said this morning, and you were talking about the practitioner. That's what I go to. That's all I see. First time I went, I saw the doctor. I hadn't seen the doctor in 3 or 4 years. Every time I go, I see these nurses, okay? So you have the credentials, so that's all I see. And not only me, everywhere I go, those people, we see that doctor. We saw that doctor one time. Now, I don't know where they're at now, somewhere playing golf or doing whatever. And I like what you're saying. Anybody that have a problem, they ought to come see you. And if these 3 people that have done what I asked them to do, I heard you talking the first time I heard you many years ago, I tried to encourage them. One lady now, she crippled. You probably could help her, but they won't come. But that's all I wanted to say. And it's sad, and the young man saying, I don't know why I'm in the hospital bed. Well, I told him not to be cut on. Now he can't even do nothing for himself. All right, Doc.
All right.
It's I'm gonna say this this has been an interesting experience for me going through this journey, becoming this entrepreneur and opening Veterans Wellness Center and seeing the clinical results that we get. And I'm just going to say this to the people that are listening to this program. If you have a loved one, if you have family that you care about and you're suffering in pain and your chronic pain is interfering with how you interact with your family, come give me a try. Like I don't charge people for the first time. For my military veterans, they can come once a week for a month. As if they decide what they want to do. Everyone can come one time for free. Just come check it out. Because I get it. I'm not offering pills and shots, but I'm getting results. I know it's change. And what better place to incite change in good old Montgomery, Alabama? What better place? I'm at the bedrock of some of the greatest movements in history. And I'm starting one right here in Montgomery, Alabama. So please, people, I'm not a snake oil salesman. I'm technically a scientist. I have a master's degree of science in nursing. So that means I'm a scientist in nursing. Is that accurate, Kevin? Yeah, right? I'm technically a scientist in nursing. Yeah, by definition, I am a scientist in nursing. So understand that, people. And I have 20 years of healthcare experience. During COVID, me and my team were recognized in USA Today for our survival rates for our ventilated COVID patients. We were some of the best teams in the country. And I was a number 2 on that team. So I'm telling you, people, I'm asking you to look yourself in the mirror, look at your family member that you know is suffering and pain, and say, hey, man, let's go check out this Dr. Graham, see what he's talking about.
Yeah, we become used to doing things a certain kind of way.
It's an interesting thing in human psychology.
Yeah.
When you bring about change, there's natural resistance. The human body, you present change to the human body, the human body tenses up. Like people going to get certain type of procedures where they're pushing on you and cracking you and popping you. Your body tenses up because that's change naturally. You can't control that. So understand, people, this is science. This is science. This is science. That's all I'm doing is pure science. And I reproduce it over and over and over. Because one thing we know, a military veteran is going to tell you, for the most part, the truth. And a large portion of my population of patients are military veterans. And you should see the healing that's going on. Now, veterans are going to always have pain, right? Kevin, you jumped out of airplanes. You wake up with stiff joints every day, right? But you don't have to suffer every day. That's what we're trying to minimize, the suffering. Because people don't understand chronic pain, it impacts your heart. Because what's happening, there's certain, like cortisol, it's a stress hormone. It's a steroid. Cortisol is the type of steroid that we produce on our own. And when you're in chronic pain, your body releases that stress hormone. You know what that happens? You're sick all the time. You're weak all the time. You gain weight. So I'm asking people this, I'm challenging you guys and ladies as well, not just military veterans. Let's stop the suffering. Literally, why are we still suffering? Why are we relying on but why are we relying on a pill or a needle for quality of life? Everyone knows you don't get better without consistency. Nothing improves without consistency. You want to lose weight, what you got to do? You got to eat better consistently. You got to exercise consistently. So if you're trying to manage chronic pain, what is a shot every 3 months going to do? Except for the only thing it's going to do is prep you for surgery. I ain't trying to be funny, but that shot you get every 3 to 6 months, they're preparing you for surgery.
But here's the question that always comes up when I hear I mean, well, let's say the new parachute that they're using in the military now. I'm thinking, man, they ain't gonna jump out of that. But guess what? There are a lot of people jumping out of that. It's new because I was used to the old T10 1- Bravo, and now when I look at the new, man, that ain't jag. Let's go.
What the results say?
Well, it gets them down.
It gets them down. It gets them down, right?
It gets them down. So I understand about change. We as human beings, we don't really like change. We get accustomed to what we get accustomed to.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You know what? I get it, right? People, this is for my military veterans. I listen to the radio program, right? Because that's my calling. So I get it, right? Like, it's just you go to see your primary care doctor. He give you a pill or a shot. That's it. Because I talk to veterans every day about what they get for pain management. We're offering a program to improve your quality of life. To get back on that walk to quality of life, it takes consistency. When you get a referral from the VA to come see me, 6 months, man. unlimited visits, man. And it's important that our military veterans, and also the quality of life, man. Like a lot of people on this listen to your program, maybe their grandparents. Sometimes I hear, man, David, I can go play with my grandkids now. I can put my shirt on without pain. One dude, I can wipe without pain. Imagine that. The simple pleasures of wiping your blank without pain. I've had those the butt, right? I have those conversations with my patients because the simple and the pleasures of life that we take for granted, wiping your butt without pain, putting a shirt on without pain. I have those conversations daily.
Now, I've been in radio for about 33 years.
Yes.
And I thought this is the first time I had a conversation about wiping your butt.
But it's a daily struggle for some people.
And it may be.
It really is, bro. Oh man.
You never know what you're gonna hear.
Life could be rough on you, man. With stuff to wrap your bottom, bro.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You got to do it. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. You bring up butt and he shows up.
Hey, where's my boy at, man? I'm waiting. I got that scope on him. He's staying in the. Where's he at, man?
He's out there somewhere.
I've been training for him, baby. I've been ready for him. I've been rucking.
So how long you've been doing your business in Montgomery?
In Montgomery, I opened up. It was August of 2020, so it'll be 4 years in August. Okay. 4 years in August, man. It's been a journey, and it's been tough at times, but it's been good. But that. It doesn't stop, because for me it's not a business for me, man. This is a mission, because too many military veterans are suffering right now in pain, and too many military veterans are getting the runaround when it comes to their claims. That's what this is, and besides the chronic pain medical part, I want to discuss that really quickly about the claims part of it. I know that what I do for the claims part is a very unique skill set, what I have, because of knowledge and experience that I've gained. And if you are a military veteran, I'm asking you, please just come give me a checkup. Come see me, and because as being my patient, that's one of the benefits. Like you remember the golf club? You can come on. You get to come to the golf course. You get you a cart. You get to the bar. There's some amenities, right? When you're a patient at Veterans Wellness Center in Alabama, you're a military veteran. There's amenities. You know what I'm saying? We have massage. We have massage, Kevin. Yes, we go get a referral in for a massage. Oh yes, military veterans. If you want to, we have a massage program. So please talk to your primary care doctors about asking for a referral for massage to Veterans Wellness Center of Alabama. Now, relax, gentlemen. It's not me. We have a licensed massage therapist that are doing the massage. It's not me at all. I don't want anyone confused. I'm not a massage therapist. I have that service into my clinic. So please, we offer amenities, man. And the claims is what I'm really talking about, because I talk to too many veterans who have been to war zones and aren't getting their benefits. I talk to military veterans. One thing I want to harp on is important. A lot of these military veterans I talk to, heartburn, GERD, acid reflux. That's funny, because that's the next question. Somebody said, do you help with acid reflux? Okay, yes, I can help, right? Because if you have acid reflux, it's probably something to do with your diet, perhaps, right? And I don't know, in some cases, obesity can make it worse, right? I do have a weight loss program, but if obesity is not a problem, we do have dietary education we do as well. We offer a comprehensive program for military veterans. But back on the heartburn, though, I was talking to a military veteran the other day, and he said he was a Gulf War veteran, went to Iraq. He said he'd been having heartburn since the 90s. Okay. And he's never had an EGD. That's a crime. What's an EGD? Where they take the camera and go down your throat to look at your esophagus. You want to throw up. But here's quickly understand this, though, Kevin. If you've had heartburn for 20 plus years, you know what that means, right? That means acid has been coming up your esophagus and burning it for 20 years. And that's dangerous. So please, especially my military veterans, exposed to all those chemicals, to the stuff, the shots they give y'all, the environment in the Middle East, or wherever you've been in any wars, wherever you've been. If you've been having heartburn for any amount of time, talk to your doctors about getting, it's called EGD. Well, tell people how they can reach you. And where if you have questions, concerns, give me a call. 334-676-2797. 334-676-2797. 676-2797. We're located at 5911 Monticello Drive here in Montgomery, Alabama, 36117. We're on the web at www.vwcalabama.com and on Facebook at Veterans Wellness Center, Alabama. So please, any questions about your health care, about your claims, every veteran gets 15 minutes on the house.
Mm-hmm. And give me your number one more time.
334-676-2797. Yeah. Any military veteran, you get 15 minutes on the house. We do it on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's called a free consult. No obligations. No, we don't need your social. We don't need your address. You come in, ask anything you want.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
And let's say I've been out for 30 years.
Check.
Now I'm beginning to feel things. Is it possible that that could still be related to military service?
Anything's possible, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
But understanding what I educate a lot of my veterans on is that when you put a claim into the VA, you're initiating a lawsuit. And when you initiate a lawsuit, it gets to a court. And in court, what do you got to have? Evidence.
Right.
So I tell veterans, if the burden of proof is on you, because the VA is not going to help you win this lawsuit. I think a lot of veterans don't understand that. When you put a claim in against the VA, even though it's the rules, there's nothing wrong with it. Nature of the beast is or initiating a lawsuit against the VA.
Okay.
So understand the evidence is the burden of proof is on you to prove that your injury is tied back to your military service or some type of condition you're trying to tie it to.
Again, his number is, you want to reach Veterans Wellness, 2797. The People's Doctor, David Graham. I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully, all the veterans get out there and get out of bed when they can.
We start seeing folks at 8:30, so we're up early, so please, you owe it to your family, you owe it to yourself, to try doing things without that pill, without that shot, and possibly preventing that life-altering surgery. It's worth it. Like, yeah, man, it's gotta keep that.
On the way also. Yeah.
Is that what that means?
I'll be down in where you say he's down. Oh.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin this hour at the Southeast Caribbean, where Hurricane Beryl is tearing through open waters with a monstrous Category 5 storm with 165 mile-per-hour winds, leading to massive destruction on the island of Perico and at least 4 deaths in Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Correspondent Tom Hansen is in Jamaica.
Hurricane force impacts are expected for Wednesday. One tourist from Illinois said he's enjoying time on the beach, but also ready to prepare if Hurricane Beryl strikes. We're here. There's nothing we can really do. We're just going to batten down and ride it out.
And to inch up, the Biden administration is hoping to give drivers a break by selling retailers 42 million gallons from the Northeast Reserve. Senior energy advisor Amos Hochstein.
Gasoline prices are still higher than the president wants them to be, but he's going to continue to look at different options like he's doing today to bring those prices down.
On the heels of the Supreme Court's ruling giving presidents immunity from prosecution for official acts while in office, the question is, what's next for former President Donald Trump's election interference case? CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
I will say, I think without fear of contradiction, understanding Judge Tutkin, who is prompt, who is precise, who is smart, and found that there was absolutely no immunity, that about 95% of this case she is going to say is ready for trial.
Newly released transcripts from 18 years ago revealed prosecutors knew about detailed accusations about the late Jeffrey Epstein and allegations of child sexual abuse. CBS's Jerika Duncan.
A detective on the case testified that victims were paid for sex acts and encouraged to recruit other underage girls. Answer: the younger, the better.
Alaska are continuing flames of a wildfire near the entrance to Denali National Park. Paul Olin.
We currently through and working on the fire moving and then we have agency hot shot crews that are en route. Management team will be assisting with the fire.
Several passengers are in intensive care after an Air Europa flight from Spain to Uruguay hit severe turbulence and made an emergency landing in Brazil. Some suffered neck and skull fractures, others chest injuries. S&P futures down 25. This is U.S. News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Metabolism changes. I'm of course. Working with some health experts, we came up with Morning Fit. Morning Fit has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, and powerful anti-aging supplements. Provisions right on. These groups are sales with 511, including 40%. Sales with 511.
One of the reasons is that Dr. Martin features blends of clean, freeze-dried raw documents designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Love Nature's Blend. To get a free bag of Pop Crispies, go to drmartinhealth.com/good or text good to 511-511.
Your order is fast with a no-hidden guarantee.
The dog results can and message and data to apply.
Major League Baseball is changing the home run derby format. This year's derby limits the number of pitches each hitter can face in each round, and it won't be hard to have anymore. Now all 8 players will compete against each other and get 3 minutes, 3 pitches. Who's first, and ties will be broken based on distance. The top 4 into the semifinals, and 2 make it to the championship round. The name of the game is efficiency, following complete years that the event's too exhausting and physically demanding. Home run derby set for the 15th during All-Star Week. Tom Griffiths, CBS News. The first black model to appear on the cover of GQ magazine died. Harold White walked the runway for designers like Calvin Klein, Bill Blass, and Ralph Lauren. He was the first black male model to emerge from mainstream men's hair products like Talent. He appeared on TV soaps from Ridge at the Hospital and House. Robert Rodriguez, CBS.
MyPowerLife.com.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus infections.
And I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. NAVAGE.
I've had people ask me, how can you, I told them,
Okay, we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody well. I know what's on everybody's mind. I do. I know what's on everybody's mind. You know what happened yesterday at the Supreme Court and all that kind of stuff. I feel you. I feel. Now, me personally, uh, somebody sent me a text about can you just walk in or do you need an appointment? Yeah, you need an appointment. And you give them a call. 676-2797. Okay, so that's 676-2797. Area code 334-676-2797. You do need an appointment. Maybe even I got it scheduled for today. Okay. Cool. What's that number again? One more time. Veterans Wellness. They take more than veterans too. That just really came up. That's why he came up with the idea of it. 334-676-2797. Veterans Wellness. And then again, we are back. All right, now. Okay, so what was that? Well, one of the things we certainly want to talk about. First of all, I got to give you the lessons of life today, and it's this: you may not like the answer, but that does not make the answer wrong. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean that the answer is wrong. You just remember that next time I try to tell you the truth, and then you may not like it. The word of the day is admonish. Admonish means to advise, counsel against something, to reprove or to scold, especially in a mild and good-will manner. The teacher admonished Elkins because he only got 3 words right out of 100. He was admonished. It was counsel. So the next time, I'll do better. And that's it. All right. So that's the word of the day. To admonish someone is to cautiously advise them or counsel against something. That is the word admonish. So the next time you hear that word, you'll know what it means. All right. Now, good morning to you. Hey, where is my, I write all this stuff down. Okay, Supreme Court ruling yesterday. Now, I realize that the President of the United States right now, who was on enough medication yesterday, he probably knows, where he was yesterday. That's wrong with that. When you get old, you just get old. Getting old is getting old. You just get old. Me too. I used to remember them. But what he doesn't realize, and he's trying to win in the election, I am mad. That's good. But what he doesn't realize is that ruling yesterday protected him also. Okay, so if any Republican had any idea of maybe tying his ends up or bringing him to trial, well, that ain't going to work either. So what the Supreme Court did yesterday, I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could not, to a president, some immunity. We the judges around here in Montgomery who made some of the dumbest decisions they've ever made, and they get immunity. Okay, that's just part of the thing. Let's take some of our people who've been in jail, who they let out with a low bond or an attainable bond, and those same people turn around and kill somebody, rob somebody, hurt somebody. I mean, should we be able to, I think that we ought to be able to, but should we be able to go and fire that judge or bring charges on him? Okay, should we be able to do that? In my mind, we ought to. You let him out, but he has immunity. Okay, because at the time we make the decision, they always say, "Well, it's constitutional." Well, maybe it, maybe yes, and maybe no. But the president sends our guys to fight war. You know, if he didn't have some kind of immunity, that's whoever, whether it's Bush, whether it's Biden, Trump. I mean, so of course it makes sense to give presidents immunity or official act. Of course it does. Now the question is going to be what's official. Now I was trying to say, well, everything you do, in that White House is kind of official. So I don't know. But yeah, the ruling and Ocasio, whatever it is, that almost drunk who made it to Congress, uh, wants to do it in impeachment. Okay, well, she can be impeached too. So impeachment is not a one-way thing here. But I mean, anybody with any reasonable sense knew that this had to be. You cannot go after a president, a mayor, Mr. Mayor. I never get certain immunity if he's doing official business. Okay, I mean, so you got to give it to them. Yeah, you got to give it to them. Or else they won't make the tough decision. And sending people's sons and daughters to war is a tough decision. Okay, and then when they get killed, or else all the parents in town, in the country, could sue the president for their children dying in the war that we don't agree with. So I'm just saying, maybe are getting hurt in the war that we don't agree with. So it was a reasonable decision to make. They put politics in it, okay? But you have to give public officials some amnesty, some protection. They would never make a tough decision. We got a hard enough time getting them to make tough decisions with the protection. Okay. Yeah, 864 was the number. It is 8:13 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? And what criminal act are you talking about? It is an official inquisition because and wait a minute, hold on, let me ask you a question. When you campaign for office, you are asking people to vote for you. That's not true. Yeah, but who cares? I don't care. So, what? That's hyperbole. That's hyperbole. You're not going to put a guy in jail because he couldn't find the votes. That's hyperbole. And again, wait. I don't want to get into this. Has got nothing. This is way beyond Donald Trump or Biden. It's about giving the president immunity for official decisions. Exactly. But what I'll do is there is no law that says you cannot call a state and say, "Where my vote?" What about what about courts changing the rules? Okay, in the midnight hours Listen, that's over there. That's over. That election is over. So what's over there? It's over. It's over. Again, again, we talk about immunity. We talk about immunity. That's what we talk about immunity. I don't know. Trump, you don't like Trump. I understand that. Yeah. Because of the politics. Because of the politics and the vitriol that comes from both parties sometimes. I didn't say that. I'm saying that. I'm sorry. Supreme Court justice. If you say that the president doesn't have it, then the Supreme Court justice don't have immunity. Can they have immunity for decisions that they make? Okay. Yeah. All I said. Okay. Show me a law that was broken. You have a right to inquire. You have a right to inquire. Yes. That's hyperbole. I don't want to hear that. I really I know, but he's hyperbole. If if you people don't have a sense enough to understand hyperbole, okay, yeah, but be reasonable here. I don't care what he said. It's what he does that matters, not what he says. Now, he did not say that. He did not say he was above the law. Yeah, but don't be lying on the guy. He did not say that. Okay, never mind. I don't have time to study. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yes, it is. Well, I don't think that's what he's saying. I don't think that's what he's saying. He said official act. The Supreme Court said official act. Okay, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Exactly. I don't have a problem with a call. Now, if you come up with fake votes, that's your problem. But if you inquire, so the Democrats, fake vote at night, 12, wait. 12, in Atlanta, 12 o'clock at night, harvesting votes. Listen, here's the only issue here. The issue is, does a president, any president, Biden, Bush, whoever, Obama, do they have qualified immunity for decisions, the official decisions that they make in office? And the court said yes. I didn't say business. I said he has, as a citizen, he has a right to call anybody he wants to say, look, I mean, can you give me some more votes? No, the same right you had. Again, that's what I said. Yeah, yeah. doesn't. Yeah. Now, if you ask them to change votes, that's against the law. Mhm. Okay. You have a right. You have a right to say whatever you want to. Okay. And my kids didn't do it. Again, this the only thing at issue here. Do presidents or governors or judges, they do benefit from certain what's the word I'm looking for? Certain protection against an official decisions that they make. Uh, if you call, let's say your candidate lost, or he's in the thralls of losing. And you pick it up and say, you call the secretary and say, y'all can't come on some more votes? How about that county way down there in South Georgia? Can nobody vote down there? I need some more votes. So I find no fault in that. Yeah, I don't care. Well, right. Yeah, I don't know why you arguing either. I don't know either. But anyway, again, I don't know why you arguing either. 822 is mine. I don't care. I mean, it's about having qualified community. And you have to have that as a leader. You have to have that. The mayor of the city of Montgomery's got immunity, some immunity. You got judges who make some of the dumbest court decisions I've ever seen, and sometimes those court decisions cost other people their lives. But they did it in an official capacity. You let a guy out of jail. You let a guy out of jail. That same guy goes back and harms somebody. Should we put the judge in jail for collaborating or making that possible that this guy got out of jail and I hurt somebody else? Should the citizen be able to sue the judge? Me personally, I think yes, but they have qualified immunity, like presidents and mayors and people in high positions, and they have to have it. I mean, really, do you really want somebody is invading our country? Well, and the president said, okay, numbers, yeah, call it the national guard. I mean, whatever. They have to have qualified immunity. It makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. So, and Biden gets some of that too. Okay, because being that he is mentally almost incompetent, he certainly needs the benefit of qualified immunity. Good morning. Yeah, you don't get to be king in America, but you do get immunity. Now, I, yeah, wait a minute. We got a president and a former Hillary Clinton who came up with a false document for 4 years. They lied on that man for 4 years. Okay, that's what they did. But he said, no, he didn't say, they didn't say he had immunity. They say the president has immunity and some qualified immunity. Okay, and like the ones in there, wait a minute, Wait a minute. What did they do to? What did they do to him? They lied on the president of the United States for 4 years, saying he was a stooge of Russia. They lied on that man for 4 years. I don't care about Putin. I'm talking the United States. He said the president was working for Putin. They said he was in Russia with girls peeing on him in bed. They lied on that man for 4 years. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I forget. But on the good part of this, it, 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 it applies to any president, whether it's Biden, whether it's Obama, whether it's Trump. They didn't come up with a law to allow Trump to do whatever the hell he wants to. They say if people in that office does have some qualified immunity. Just think how tough it would be to make a decision that could put our soldiers in harm's way. Just think about that for one second. Okay. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. Hold on. The immunity, it didn't say this is immunity for Trump. It said for the president of the United States. So I don't know why Biden is whining, because he's gonna need some immunity for some of the dumb decisions he done made, like letting millions of people in this nation with the violation of our Constitution and our Citizenship Act. So okay, so he has immunity. He did it. He did it. His executive orders were officially done under the auspices of the president of the United States. All presidents have certain immunity. Anyway, I just don't like it. You don't like the guy, you don't like the guy. Listen, let me answer. I wish there was somebody else to vote for besides Trump and Biden. But right now, the only two we got is Trump and Biden. You got to go for one or the other. Okay. So Biden is where he is. It's all about morning. Freaking out the red flags that you have done. He's freaking out and he's losing African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and young people. He's very critical that goes for victory in November. He posted a video yesterday bringing that if Donald Trump secures re-election and replaces Supreme Court Justice Tony Sotomayor, the United States will lose the bureaucracy. I assure you, the Trump can't be made to a place there. It's got some competition of all legislative without additional work of the It's so good for you on this. More information in this section. Did you know that it's called Golden Hedge? Or those probably underdoing with the patient oversight. It can potentially be leveraged in favors in the community in the Middle East. One can mention the great economic benefit of the recession. And that's why they're different from other record. And since of them, let's define the record case. It's London here. Join me in the people who have called the never narrated. It's time we diversify the money. It's time to saving us. Physical gold and it's today, gold is off all of these free. I'm going to leave people plus 8% in bonus with all kind of cute. For 855, you can hold 3 fees, 3 bonus
GLD.
Okay, we're back. It seems that Karen Wells has started one of our local activists started a recall of the mail. Um, 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 let me inform anybody who's interested in the state of Alabama constitution does not have a recall. You can't. There's nobody being recalled. Now, I would imagine maybe the House Representative, somebody else could still maybe, but there is no recall. Yeah, sorry about that. There's no, there's no recall permitted in the state of Alabama. And some of these guys are really lucky. 8-4-14-14, I'm here. Let me see this morning. Yes. Yes. Mhm.
And is it okay to park? You know good and well that you ride around town and you see junky cars.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it. I'll take a look, see what that is. If you go through the number here when you 8:37 in the morning. Okay. Probably hadn't idea, but not. So are we doing the rule that really affects all of us? We only had like 45, and they all have certain kind of qualifications. I don't find anything wrong with that. I'm just thinking whether it's the mayor, the city, Montgomery, mayor, or Mobile, if you say you're going to make them, they indirectly affect somebody in a negative way. So I'm kind of like Mr. Spock on Star Trek. The needs of the people outweigh the needs of the planet. As opposed to that. But that's okay. It's still a great thing. So do we stop making decisions because one person may be hurt and 100 million people will benefit? I think you make it. You take quality of the decision and consequences of it. And is it better to lose one or to save 100? If you have to be that one, it ain't so good. I'm feeling you that one. Anyway, 860-14, so now we want to, now Aaron Jones wants to recall it. Here's a question. Why is it that we as American citizens have become so distant when it comes to public? Is it their fault or is it our fault? There's such a lack of respect, and I'll have to play some myself. I don't know, am I a bad citizen, or do we just not put the class of leaders in public office that we used to? I mean, we ain't had a Truman in a long time, and Eisenhower, or somebody like that. We haven't had anybody. But I am going to say one thing. Even though I didn't like his policy often, I was totally against policy, but that's my right to be against the policy. But Obama really has been one of the classiest presidents we've had in a long time. I love the Bushes too, but Obama of the left, but Biden and Trump. Now I think they vilified Mr. Trump because they just didn't like him. He didn't, and he's done what he had to do to fight back. But Obama, for the most part, again, forget I don't like his politics. He really held that office in high school. I'm getting more of a walk. I was going to school. But who else? The Bushes had this, they had this like oil about them. Now Trump certainly don't have a thing like he's got a New Yorker aura about him. Okay, hit me in the face, I'm gonna hit you back. Slap me, I'm gonna slap you back. Biden, I haven't figured out what his aura is. So what has happened? Is it our fault as citizens that we find ourselves in the situation that we're in? And why is there such a lack of respect? We got Karen Jones on the time about recall the mayor. And again, if you did something wrong, maybe you can talk about it, but first of all, Alabama doesn't have it. But if you're going to recall somebody, if you're going to criticize somebody all the time, what is our solution to the problem? What is our solution to the problem? What would you like him to do that was constitutional in order to stem the flow of crime in Montgomery? I'd like to listen. I would love to hear some great ideas. What is it that you want one man to do? Now, if I blame leadership for not being able to hire policemen. I think good leadership can go out there and convince you to be a policeman. I think, again, if we can convince so many young men to go to war after 9/11, it would seem like to me that we in the city of Montgomery, and many cities across the United States, have a clear present danger. President letting everybody in America now from all these countries, Chinese, ISIS, let all these people into our country is certainly giving us a dangerous environment to live in this country. What is it that you would have our leaders do in order to stem some of this crime? What would you have them do? We all complain, but I'm complaining. But what would we have them do? You know, and Sergeant Major one time say, listen, I don't want any complaints unless you have a solution. Okay? Shut up about it. Okay? Everybody can see that the water is coming in the boat. How are you going to stop the water from coming in the boat? It's got a hole in it. What you gonna do? So again, you know, what do we do about the water coming in the boat? Because one thing about it, if the boat gets full, everybody's gonna drown. So what do we do? How do we stop the water from coming in the boat? I think that's great. So let us take a break, and we'll be back after this. I'll let you cogitate on that for a second. Uh, so, so you recall the mayor. Okay, you recall the mayor. What's the next guy gonna do to stop the water from coming in the boat?
Decision making in your company, consider this. Time most corporate credit cards is in software can verify receipts automatically. Instead of data, and now $250 for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. 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 All-Star and Carlos Nathan and Chris Capuano join Action Team captains to make a difference in their communities, and you can too.
Just try it. Just go to one event, one Action Team event.
If we all show up together, that's what it's all about. It's not just one person. It's a team.
The American what time is this? I'm going to with your child. We're talking to you about your day. Of course, how do you take every child's future and add good relationships to them? For more, talk with the pediatrician and with the children. You see miracles all the time. Children's Hospital Call, they need up support to keep you always happy. With your money, or your support your children's development.
And good morning. We are back 8:48 in the morning. You know, Anthony Brock, who is the I don't know what they call him, headmaster. Is that what they call him? You know, he's the head principal over there, man in charge. He did write something on the internet that I found interesting. He said, if your crops keep dying, you must first find out what is causing them to die at the root, in the soil, or systemically. It is usually more to it than meat. And I would agree with it's the often in this dirt don't mean that it's the right dirt for the thing that you're trying to do. The thing you're trying to grow. Now, I'm not an agriculturalist by any stretch of the imagination. I couldn't tell you a tomato plant from a cabbage plant. I wouldn't know, but I do know that you need that certain thing, fertilizer, certain something in the ground in order for these things to grow. Which is the same thing that life offers. You need certain ingredients to be successful. But the interesting coming is that if your crops keep, you must first find out what is causing them to die at the root, in the soil. And systemically, it's usually more to it than meets the eye. I like that word systemic. Yeah, I love that word. I mean, that's like a catchphrase for everything we don't quite understand or everything we don't do. We love using it's systemic racism. It may be. Yeah, I don't know. But sometimes maybe just you. Maybe it's your race. Maybe they just don't like you or me. You know, 18, 14, 15, 15 in the morning. Good morning. You know, you got to do. I appreciate it. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. Well, that's true. And again, this whole push to get the mayor recalled, which is not going to happen because we don't have a. But I will say one thing about some politicians, and I hate to make it Democrat or Republican, but the Democratic Party has taught too many people for so long that there really are negative consequences of what we do. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, um, and therefore, I mean, if you want to be a girl, you can turn yourself into a girl, but you can't. Well, now if you want to be a boy and you're a girl, you can turn yourself into a boy, but you can't. If wholesale abortion, which means that we don't really value life that much anymore. Well, that brings into the psyche of our young people. I'm mhm. Right. When I when I turn around, when I hear about it, I'm not facing a murder. When I turn around, I expect to be getting the right now without even turning around. Mhm. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be with that. But again, I think our society has been taken over by people who don't value the old traditions. And I'm not talking about really spiritually. I'm talking about discipline in the school, excellence in education. I'd say excellence in education. What we're doing now, we're taking bad kids and making them worse, giving them excuses to act the way they act. And if you don't believe in all of this stuff, and it's going to affect everybody in our society, you're absolutely wrong. When you say with our music today, terrible. Uh, Bruno Mars. But H this, B that, MF this, MF that. I mean, when you listen to the things that you people they listen to, and you no longer wonder why they act and make it. Good morning. Yes, I'm doing fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, call me back. I gotta run. Call me back.
News Radio 15.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Hurricane Beryl is barreling westward Caribbean as a potentially catastrophic Category 5 storm, tracking 165-mile-an-hour winds. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
This is unheard of. We have never come this strong, this early in the year.
Landfall on several small islands, damming power lines, creating dangerous storm surge and flooding. The perfect community. Tom Hansen is there.
Jamaica is currently under a hurricane warning. We are expecting to see several preparations today as that storm moves closer. The rain and those powerful winds are expected to push it early tomorrow.
Rain for at least 2 days. Lots of people are taking off. CBS is facing nearly 30 million Americans are boarding planes this week. TSA spokesperson Lori Dankers is at Denver International, regardless of whether they're traveling or when they're traveling in the day, it's going to be expensive. She says when it comes to security, travelers are their biggest partners. We ask them to come to the airport early. We ask them to come prepared. The Supreme Court has first agreed to consider whether this law requires pornographic websites to verify the age of users violates the Constitution's free speech protection. The trade group that represents adult entertainment performers and companies. The law was enacted last year to prevent people under the age of 18 from accessing sexual material. Again, we extend aid in more than officials say at least 50 people have been crushed with humanity at a religious gathering that made expected a crowd of 15,000. The unorganized only have permission to host about 20,000. A new evacuation order and deaths in southern Italy. Correspondent Holly Williams reports from Tel Aviv.
The evacuation order was sent by authority American on cell phones and fire social media, and thousands of people were raised. Meanwhile, 8 Palestinians were killed in Khan Yunis in an Israeli bombardment. That's according to Hamas health officials.
An NBA superstar led the Celtics to a championship last month. Now they're showing him the money.
Tatum drives inside, lays it
Tatum has reportedly agreed to a 5-year, $314 million deal with Boston. 5-time All-Star stands to make more than $71 million per season, the largest contract in NBA history. The Dow is down 63 points in early trading. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in this. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing about it was completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first weeks I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping you from doing it. Navage has been cleared away, literally cleared away for
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Walgreens. NAVAGE.
An update on the feeling sales with paper and pen.
Small household goods, the most expected parameters, CDK Global is a risk for software. It was hit by a cyber attack last month. Something security consultant Charles Carmike says takes time to fix.
There's a tremendous amount of investigative work that has to be performed to figure out how did that actor get into the environment and do they still have access. The second thing organizations need to do is they need to start to recover their systems and their environment so that they can continue to run business operations.
CDK says its clients should their services verified Tuesday. Your CBS News.
Police officers in Crawford, Missouri weren't sure what they were dealing with when they pulled over what looked like a spaceship for a lane violation. The driver told them she was headed to a festival in Rockford, New Mexico. An officer posted his picture with the cat's car. And the emails coming through. CBS News.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of pineapple for work? Learn more about what we do.
In Spanish, with Babel, you can start having conversations in another language with just and to be honest, when you learn a language, you don't have to use it. Babel is designed for learning. Language for life. That's all for free.
Gracias, Babel.
BABBEL.
You never stand here too much of Gladys Knight and the Phillips. It is 9:07 in the morning. It's time to rise and if you're not up already, you need to get up by now. I mean, if you're retired, you need to do something. Get up and do something. Go with me to help today with Meals on Wheels. We go do some of that on Tuesdays. We help folks out because that way I know when I really get old and I'm waiting on my meal from on Wheels, I know where it's going to be bringing the brother. Okay, I just say hopefully it won't be that bad, but you never know. You never know what life. You never know what life. But I love doing it because it allows us to meet the people that I hear about. It allows me to meet those kind of people and appreciate their sacrifices and they were here with a lot of them. I'm younger than me, actually. But I appreciate McCoy. I was it council in Egypt. They allowed me to live on wheels. I be here and going out, grab the bags and things. And maybe I got to tell a joke though when I get there. I'll tell a joke. Put a smile on your face. And I appreciate that. Back to our community. If y'all want to do Meals on Wheels, then you just call the number. And also, being a member of Hope Inspired Ministries, we are looking for mentors. And all you have to do to be a mentor for the time being is come down here one day a week, make about an hour, and just talk to some of the folks down there and tell them your story. That's all you got to do. We're not alone. Okay? Tell your story so you can text me at 901-5022, and I'll give you the number to call, or you can look on the internet, Hope Inspired Ministry, because everybody's got a story. Sometimes these people, they're the only one ever messed up. And truth be told, we all have messed up somewhere along the line, and they need to hear that all things are possible. You know, just because I'm riding around in a Mercedes right now, you didn't see when I was riding around in my old beat up not Corvette, Duster, right? I had a Duster, right? 1977 Duster. That's a small one, not do anything. I had a 1979. But anyway, Hope Inspired Ministry is one of the few organizations that we know not only talks the talk, we walk the walk. John Bowman, which is the executive director over there, and Hope Inspired, and we look for a couple of mentors. All you just come in for lunch one day, and we got to lunch, and you get to sit down and talk to somebody. They'll fill you with somebody, and you get to sit down and talk to somebody and just tell them your story. So we all have it. Wherever we are today, we wasn't that same yesterday. Sure. We might, even though we may walk around with $500 suit on today, but we're not near. But we used to walk around with Goodwill pants on. It's the process. Everything in life is a process. I'm going to phone right quick for you. Give me that road. Morning. Yeah. Mhm. And right, and I've often said that if we live in a society where we have to argue about what a male and a female is, the basic fundamental tenets of our species, then everything else is off the table. Okay, if we get this, yeah, yeah, and that's going to lead to an avalanche, what we are seeing now. From school to home to parents to how we treat one another, and even our politicians today. You know, I don't know whether or not we have a disrespect for them or they have a disrespect for us. I don't. It's bad. I mean, yeah, it is. It really is. And the basic tenets of our community and our society are in question. Again, If you cannot determine what a male and a female is, then everything else is on the way down. It is. Yeah. 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 I just say and now we want to take God's work and change it by cutting off people's wieners. Yeah, I just woo, I don't know, man. All right, I wonder if we redeem them. But if one of the things we're going to talk about, so I'm more like I'm leaving, I'm more leaving. Right. But one of the things we need to talk about, if in fact there is uh, nothing that we can do, all this has been foretold, and if we don't have that word that doesn't mean it's already been decided. If it has already been decided, then long run, we got a tough ride. Again, this is why when I tell people the whole transgender thing, if you cannot agree on the basic tenets of our, then there is nothing else that we're talking about. There's nothing else that we will ever agree on. If we cannot agree that male is male and female is female, and you cannot change yourself out of war. But if we can't agree on that, then the conversation with you is because if you easily dismiss the basic tenets of our species, then you would dismiss discipline, you would dismiss loyalty, you would dismiss order, and you will embrace hate. And we never look at that order and hate. Come on. single doctrine all people together. And if we are, that it goes back to what I'm saying. If we live in a society where we can no longer understand the difference between a male and a female, we can categorically tell you what one is. Chromosomes do that. And when we deny the existence or we could when species, when we cannot identify with certainty, I can what we are as human beings, male and female, then nothing else matters. Nothing you will understand human logic, reason, common sense is no longer in the okay? It's and when we lose that, then we pretty much lose what we are. Okay? But now, there's some good news. There's some good news. Because at some point, like I said, nature, and that's God, will straighten it out. Now, you may not like the way it gets straightened out, but it will. Nature has a way of correcting itself. Okay? But we need to check out the next, and that is the difference. I mean, again, even our politicians are fighting with the people that they want to vote for. You know what I'm saying? We don't respect the politicians, and that's because our politicians have become adversarial toward us, or maybe we just have lost respect for what we thought they were and then they were. I don't know. We live in an interesting time. Okay? Looking for the ministry has ever been right. America has always been a great country, but we have not been a perfect country. So we do have our own issues as Americans that we need to take on. But I will say one, I think Ronald Reagan said that America is the last example of the individual right. And when America is gone, well, I mean, well, I said it. Hey, 604 I'm here, and we get on something else too. I got something that Alabama's going to do in $11 million. Hey, Frank. Hey, good morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How you doing? Yeah, that's, hey, it looks like Florida Avenue is coming into its own finally after all years. Any new businesses coming over there that okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, all right. So, yeah. I gotta get yeah. I do have to get um, okay. Appreciate your call. Well, hey, text me your number. $11.2 million. My number. Text me your number at my number 901-5022. $11.2 million allocated to this particular thing in Alabama. We have folks doing all kinds of things, but we going to put $11.2 million in this. I think it is. I think it is.
Goals is hard. But when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
And trust me,
And we are back in 9:30 in the morning. From the line, before I tell you what Alabama's going to really hard, and I think we call first. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, no. That makes a little more sense to me. But, yeah, I guess it, over $11 million has been allocated to do this. Whatever happened to this thing I got here about some outer road or something, a bypass or something like that? I think about it when you build or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to spend, they're going to spend $11 million, okay, to increase electric vehicle charging stations on Alabama interstate. And the work of government, somebody, it takes 24 hours or more sometimes to charge it, depending on the charges that you have. So if you headed home and all of a sudden your battery goes dead, you can sit on the side of the road, and then the next guy's gonna rob the hell out of you because you know you can't go no place. Yeah. Well, the amazing thing that they say that a lot of businesses now, car manufacturers are stopped making them because Americans don't want them. Okay, I mean, if you just got a little extra money around the house and you want to play with it, right on. But the average person, now, I will never buy an electric vehicle. Never. Yeah, that's what it's going to take. Absolutely. And that's what it's going to take. Some of the batteries for new kind. It don't make no sense. Anyway, over $11 million has been allocated by the government of KIV to increase electric vehicle charging stations on Alabama interstate. The Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs is giving out 14 grants to make sure that the state can accommodate electric vehicles. So nobody really wants the electric vehicles. Matter of fact, they got a backup of them because people want it. They're not going to take it. And And right now, if there's a storm that hits Alabama, we have a hard time keeping electricity on in our house. So now we're going to add something else to the grid, more cars. That dog not going to hunt. 13 of the grants will be used to provide EV charging stations at gas stations on state interstates. Another grant will be given to Bevel State Community College in Jasper to help train students to install and maintain electric chargers. Okay then, $11 million. Okay, here are other projects that come with that same grant. Montgomery getting $581,000 to BP Products, okay, North America to install 3 chargers at the Carmel Center of America in Montgomery on West South Boulevard. I like it. $581,000. Okay. Please give them the love power. Good morning. Yeah. And you believe that. You believe that we can change. Wait, no. You believe that we can change weather. I know you feel. No. Your carbon footprint. Okay. So let me get to it. Man cannot change weather. What we can do is change our environment. In other words, if you cut all the trees down, well, you still get the same weather you always had. Weather is always, matter of fact, weather. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. So it does change. Yeah, it does change. But there's very few things that mankind can do to change weather. There's nothing, and this is it, there's nothing on earth that has not always been. Okay? Everything that we use has always been here. I mean, we're not going to the moon and just bringing stuff back now. I don't believe that crap. I'm sorry. I don't. Now, I do believe, I don't think we can do nothing but carbon footprint. But it's a way to get more money out of your pocket by the loyalist. Okay, you know, I think we hurt our environment more by cutting down too many trees. We don't hurt the environment. The environment has an opportunity to encroach upon us. Okay, think about it. You have to keep your cool, keep your cool in the summertime. You cut the trees down. What's going to happen in the summertime? That's right. Your house is going to get a hell of a lot hotter because you cut the tree down. When you get the tree down, so now you say, "Oh Lord, the weather's changing." No, we change what the weather does by changing the way because we cut the tree down. Leave the trees alone. And then, hmm.
This is weather forecast.
The decision maker in your company, consider this. For the first time in decades, it's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in business. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, one of the best decisions you ever make. And now get 250 for you. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. All you can do is Sunday, July 14th at the Hilton Room.
Yes. All righty then. It is 9:45 in the morning. Tomorrow, of course, is we're going to call it the end of the week tomorrow. So, we're going to be Friday. And then I have to work all the way through December if anything happens. And, just take my last. Anyway, good morning, G. Hope everybody's this is my life. I don't really go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to go to Millbrook. Right. I keep headed to Mobile, but I keep scared of this bridge now. He said they got a big over there. I mean, I don't like the bridge in Pike Road now, but I keep moving up the bridge coming from coming up 65. Um, my sister, I went over that bridge and I was going to go home and you know. But I think there's a bridge. See if I can let you on this bridge, but I'm never going to I went to Fort Deposit. I've been to Greenville, so I didn't see no bridge going down there. Somebody said they got a bridge down there. I'm like, somebody sent me a picture of the bridge. I gotta make sure. I want to go down. But the rail unit is his reserve unit that he wants to join is in Mobile because he wants to be a 25 Bravo, whatever that is, something to do with networking and all that stuff and all that about. So I'm just because I know I'm going to take time to get out of with him first. He's probably like he's actually going to join and a bit later, like we really got to do. But anyway, I don't. Now we went down there to join the Air Force. The Air Force informed us that Army more jobs, technological jobs in the Air Force. Everybody can't fly an airplane, right? So he's one reserve, Army reserve. And he don't want to jump out of the airplane. Wait a minute. He's going to keep your position wrong. Put a parachute on your back, come out of the sky or whatever this becomes these days, and join the ranks of the okay. You want to go. Okay. I didn't make you, and I didn't make them go to the service. I didn't say anything about that. You looking at your own conclusions and your own things. Okay. But anyway, uh, anyway, now I want to tell you something about ASU. 20 years ago, I got it's really too impressive. But he must have been Ross and Dr. Boyd came out there. It does seem to be it stepped up the game. It stepped up the game. So now I'm not afraid to let my child go out to I wasn't afraid of the environment, but people always want to feel all that. I mean, if I would say the same thing about all, you know, it should look like we don't it should look like the institution of higher learning. And people should look as though if they don't have the degrees and the intelligence, you know, they should look like that. That's right. All right. So anyway, just wanted to One thing, did you know that moving medicine into a car in a hot car actually changes the properties of that medicine? Okay, baking in the hot summer sun, people leaving their kids in the car during their extreme heat will be putting themselves at risk. So you may not want to get in the car, to be, don't make sure the air conditioning up. Because that's not a good thing. I may have seen your butt this morning. So, okay. Here's another one. On Sunday afternoon, speaking in my church, it's no longer used anymore. Because too many Montgomery police and paramedics about 4:30 p.m. Now, a man was found by the gunshot wound around the same time, MPD was fighting about another person being shot. Also, another man with life from being shot. I believe in this, at least to a certain extent. But is it time? Is it time we revisit what it was for? I'm serious. I don't think that our forefathers would have ever dreamed that the weapons they gave us to make sure that we can defend ourselves against an enemy or foreign enemy would be used mostly against another American. I doubt very seriously if they ever dreamed of it. Okay? So, is it time? Just a question. Is it time for the Supreme Court to review at least put some requirements on ownership of weapons? I mean, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. Is the time that like, and I'm talking about minor things, such as you get at least immunity, and only then is the right going after doing but other than that, it is the one thing and that don't guarantee we got the 21-year-olds too. But that 18, 19, 20, 21, those 3 years in between there, hopefully you would have gotten some maturity. Okay. But is it time that we revisit it? I just don't think there's no way in the world they could have thought that we'd be killing each other. No way. No way. No way. Come on, who's this? Well, we ain't worried about them. The Green Berets. I appreciate it. Again, though, that don't answer the question. We're not talking about Green Berets. We are talking about a regular Leroy and Bubba walking around the street with him. Is it time that we revisit the purpose of the Second Amendment? Really, seriously. Honestly, do we really want guys hanging out the gas station with guns and rifles? Do we really want that? That is that is a medication looking for something to heal. I think it is. Good morning. Well, again, yeah, again. The question is, the question is, you got to take it to race. The question is, no, it doesn't matter. Why kid getting killed too? Yeah. Okay, and wait a minute, and you blame them? You blame them for responding? If you don't raise hell for your own family, you're not going to raise it for anybody else. Uh, and listen, again, if it's in your neighborhood, I don't worry about it. Uh, and we do, especially. Okay, okay. You turn everything into race. That ain't true. That's an opinion. And and again, do you agree? Wait. Do you agree? Do you agree there are certain jobs that certain people tend to lend themselves to? Okay, sure, but he didn't see the job was black. Let me ask him. Let me ask him. Who owns all the things? Who owns just about every black man who runs the funeral home? Wait. Now, who runs the funeral homes in the community? Wait, how about barbershops? How about barbershops in the hood? Yeah, but, but, but we have more barbershops and more barbers than anybody I know in town. Okay, and when they get out, and when they get, okay, maybe he was. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate turn everything. Again, I'm just really asking about guns and is the time we revisit the subject to put some rules in place, some safeguards in place because where we going now, it is not what we do. It is just not. I say 21 years old, and before you ought to have a gun, unless you're in the military. That's the way I look at it. There's no reason in the world where people that young you can walk around with them in gas stations, in stores. And I do believe that you ought to get a license in order to consider that. I believe in open carry. That still makes me nervous, but at least I know you got it. Okay? Yeah, but no, but we don't need people walking around here with concealed weapons and we don't know it. Well, just one man's opinion. I know it's a tough, something about conservative friends. It's a tough subject. Nobody really wants to, deal with it because well, it is what it is, and you know, somebody's right to it, and that's the thing. But shot doesn't have to do with that. Anyway, how's up? You got one. Hello.
News